Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. On today's video, it's actually a vlog about my Ghana trip, but I decided to do this short clip explaining what documents I needed for me to get to Ghana. And by the way, this was my first international trip. So number one, I had to get vaccinated, yellow fever vaccine. It's very much compulsory. You cannot get to Ghana without it. And then number two, obviously my passport. And then number three, this one is not compulsory, but it comes highly recommended. The doctor that will vaccinate you with your yellow fever would probably tell you about the malaria medication. So there are malaria meds that I took, and then yeah, that's it basically. Flights, you can always check that on Google because it depends on when are you going, and if there is something happening there that's busy and all of that. I mean, it works the same with our domestic flights. When it comes to flight prices, they fluctuate like that, so I cannot say that this is how much you need to prepare. So yeah, let's get to the actual vlog before I bore you with a lot of talking. Let's go to Ghana. And so the day finally came. I had already checked in my bags and all of that, passed through the first security gates because I was still actually going to go through passport control, my passport to be checked and stamped, and then, yeah, wait for my flight to board. So with regards to my bags, I my flight ticket included two check-in bags, 23 kg each. So I thought that was fair. So I had already checked in my bags as well. So ngangasaphethe lutho lana, and a little bit nervous about the fact that I will only get my bags when I get to Ghana. Okay. Okay, so I am now in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa Airport, International Airport. I'm waiting for my connecting flight to Accra, Ghana, and then from Accra I'll wait another 3 hours, take a domestic flight, then head to Kumasi. That's my final destination. So yeah, this is me trying to do a vlog. Okay, so time here is 12:33, 12 a.m. Then it's 1 hour ahead South African time and 3 hours ahead Ghana time. Yo guys, the Lendema time don't. It has been making me a little bit anxious. Yeah. Wish me luck. Okay, so the flight from South Africa can't believe I'm saying that. Flight from South Africa um, to Addis Ababa is 6 hours, and then I will take this one also is another 6 hours. So in total, I'll fly, let's say, 7 hours because it's 40 minutes from Accra to Kumasi. Okay. I must say that the Ethiopian airline service is quite good, and also the airport itself, the Addis Ababa airport, the staff is very efficient. You could easily find someone if you wanted to ask instead of asking other travelers like yourself, of which I think that might be a little bit annoying for someone to ask, and then now you are just there like them as a traveler. So accessing the staff was super easy. Everyone was just, I mean, the people are just walking around, just trying to check if there's anyone who might need help. So that was very impressive. And then I was already on my second flight. The flight was not full, so I could have this whole road to myself. And then I could see the land of Ghana, Accra. I was almost there. This was a 6 hour flight, by the way. And from Accra, I had to take a local flight, or rather a domestic flight from Accra to Kumasi, because that is where I was going. The atmosphere was already feeling like it was already feeling like happiness, like joy. If you know, you know. But yeah, and by the way, ama bags ami bengingakawatholi till this point. I only got them at my final destination. No, I'm lying. I got them in Accra because this flight was from a different airline. So yeah, I got them in Accra. Everything was still intact and no issues. And then yeah. And so I eventually reached home and I got myself a home cooked meal. So this was our Airbnb. I had already started moving things around. I was actually hoping I could take out this bedding because I did not understand why not white. But anyway, it had enough space for my clothes. Yeah, we also had a television. This was the bathroom. It also had it was big enough, but it had a leak there just below the sink. But it was okay. We could live with it. And yeah, complaining and all of that was not on my agenda, so I just decided that okay, let me just live with it. And then on the other side, this okay, so this was the hallway, and then the kitchen, and yeah, so it was a big house, not like big, but it was, the space was enough for someone who was on a holiday, inverted commas. And then later that day, we went to eat supper at a friend's place. Yeah, because I arrived very early, like I think around 8, 9 in the morning. So I literally had a full day in Ghana, and it was a Monday. So we went to get some supper at a friend's place because bengiyiqanda. Hayi bengiphatheke kahle shem. Angifuni kamamanga. So this was the supper. Hi, if you know Ghanaians and eggs, yeah, but it was also good. And then we were heading back home to finally get some rest because it's been a long literally 2 days because I left South Africa on a Sunday and I arrived in Ghana on a Monday morning. So this was the cocoa because I mean I had to eat it. I had to eat it, but yeah. And so this was officially day one in Ghana. So every morning ngiyagezwa kuyaphunywa endlini nje alikho elamahala basically lalingekho elamahala because I was not here for a long time, so I had to maximize and make sure ukuthi ngiyazula. So yeah, but on this particular day, we did not have much planned, just to go get some food stuff and do some sightseeing, as in drive around the neighborhood, just so to see because phela ngiyaqala ukufika lana and ngiyaqala ukuphuma eSouth Africa ngifuna ukubona ukuthi abanye abantu baphila kanjani, like what's popping, what's happening. So if there's one thing that I made sure that I do was to eat, because ukudla kwalana kwakumnandi, almost everything that I ate, it was nice, including this bread. It was so different from the bread I have eaten all my life. Futhi sasesikhulu-ke lesi, like it was very big in terms of size. It's like lamapana babanga are different from the ones they use here in South Africa. It was so nice. Ukudla nje okuningi engakudla, I enjoyed it. So yeah. Another thing that we did on this day, I went to take some beautiful pictures, and then I posted them on my Instagram handle. I'll actually share on the description of this video, I will share my social media handles from other socials. And then later that day, it was a random thing, it wasn't planned, but we decided to go out and eat some food before the day ended. So, yeah, on this particular day, we were supposed to do something else, but we couldn't do it. So we also had to take the car to the mechanic for some fixing. I don't know what was the problem. Mina nje, I was just a passenger princess, as you can see. So bengiyala kuyiwa khona nkosi yami ukuthi kwenzakaleni angizingeni, you know. So yeah, and also we did not do much on this day. It was like a slow kind of day, but obviously we had to be on the road ngoba mina ngifuna ukubona ukuthi kahle kahle kwenzakalani eGhana sihlezi thina eSouth Africa, nkosi yami sakhile.
You let me build up my feelings. You shatter them quickly, I let you. It's easier than fighting, but I know I give you everything I am. You throw it away like it's nothing. It's easier than fighting, but now
I feel like at this point you are wondering ukuthi kanti uGeli bekenzani eGhana, nkosi yami, kwase kuba kuningi nje okungenziwa lutho. I think another thing is I did not document everything, but anyway, so I also got to go to a studio because we were visiting one of our friends that has a professional, I mean, that is a professional photographer and has a studio, and I took some very beautiful pictures. And immediately after that, we went to eat. That was actually the plan for the day, to go experience some more of Ghana food. This was fufu and goat meat. Yeah. Later that day, I had this rice and chicken. Lwaphela kanjalo ubusuku. Following day, we went for the karaoke night. This was actually my first karaoke experience. I've never been to one here in South Africa. Well, yeah, don't judge me. But yeah, as you can see, ke ngangeve sengumajayivani nkosi yami, sengiyinto nje. So that's the only thing that happened this day. Day 5, I had to go and change my hairstyle. Still the same installation, just different styling, because I had explained earlier on ukuthi zangihlupha le nywele. And we had a date night. We went for a date night. Ngangeve ngikhithi. Well, yeah, so in Ghana apparently people start coming to a place like after 8. If ufika ngabo 6 uzofica indawo i-empty and safika kusa-empty ke nathi lana because angazi sasijahe. Well, imina wayijahile because mina isikhathi kumele sisibambe. And this is what I ate. I'm not sure if I enjoyed it, but after that restaurant, we went to buy this from the streets. So, yeah. And then the next day, I went. Oh, this was a very busy day. I went to see my brother's kids in the morning. Oh, Nkosi yami ngangingive happy. And after that, I went straight to the funeral. Yimi-ke lona Nkosi yami ngiyobona ukuthi kwenzakalani. It was a very big venue. Ehlukane ngama-segment and kwakugcwele. Apparently ke kuthiwa nje ISIS awuboni lutho. Eminye imingcwabo kusuke chichima ngampela. But and also I was told ukuthi ngiphathe iy'mpahla ezi-black, like a black outfit, just in case you are wondering how I managed to have a black outfit. Ngatshelwa nje before I could leave South Africa ukuthi sicela uphathe izimpahla zokuya emngcwabeni. I This day was very busy, Shem, because after the funeral, we then went to this place, Sky Hotel, I think the name, yeah, just to chill and eat some good food with friends. So it was a very, very, very busy day. Kwakumnandi, the music was good. There was a live band as well. So here sasihamba because wonke umuntu wayesekhathele and tomorrow we had church. But bekumnandi and like nje ngabungazwa kule ndawo ukuthi okay usisi wethu South Africa. But yeah, it was a very, very nice experience and yeah, I was so tired. Sisiya endlini. Day 7 in Ghana, we went to church, and after church, we had to go see a very important person. So it was also another busy day, but it was also nerve wracking because of the person I was going to see after church. But yeah. I obviously could not capture the visitation or the visit rather, but this was so random. We went to this party unplanned because little brother was invited to this party, so we had to drop him off. But we were also, I mean, find ourselves invited, and I was having fun. Party it was actually an old person's party. I think 70th birthday or something like that. But kwakumnandi ke Nkosi yami because I was here for the vibe. Makuthiwa i-vibe ila nami ngangizoba khona vele lapho ngadla nekhekhe. Yo Nkosi yami embarrassed. But kwakumnandi and then sasesihamba, and by the way lama drinks engiwaphethe la ngangihamba nawo because kwakuwawami, so this was my departing dance. Sengihamba lase liphelile-ke usuku. I ke bantase, the week had to go. It was like a week and I think a day or two ngiyifakile and ngase vele isingicika nje. I got braided, and later that day we were hosting the bride, hosting it at a friend's place. So we were heading to the place to help with the preparations of the bride, hosting our friends. And I think it was my last day seeing most of the people here. I mean, the friends. So, yep. day, another sedi. Nkosi yami la kwakushibe kakhulu because ifoni yami kwakumele ihlale esikhwameni, so ngangithathelwa-ke lama video ngoba there was no way I was gonna risk it because it's very busy, like kuyashayiswana ngampela uma ngabe unganakile because everyone is just trying to sell something to someone. Yeah, it's very hectic. So yeah, but the seller in me was quite excited and looking forward to see what the market has. Because ukudayisa nami ngiyakuthanda. If you know me, you know me and selling are favorite besties. So yeah, and then we got inside the market. Bakukhona almost everything la. Ungaphuma ungaphethe lutho, uphume uphethe your whole house inside, from inside this market. It has like floors. I think it's two floors. There's the ground and then there's the first floor. I think three, yeah. I think there was a third floor also. But the third floor wasn't for sellers. Kwakungekho lutho, I think. Kukhona yonke into, uphuma uphethe nje yonke into. And then after we went to the museum just to get to know the history and yeah, apparently Akwaba means welcome. And after that, Sahamba get to look for a place to eat, and I had to ride this small this small trotro car. And because ngihlala ngiyibona kuma-movie, because I am a sucker for Nollywood movies, so I couldn't get to the bike because na biking ngangiyifuna, but I couldn't get to the bike. So yeah. And this was my last day in Kumasi. The next day I was traveling, or I had to travel back to Accra because that's where I was gonna take my flight going back home. So yeah, that was it for this day. And just like that, it's almost home time. So here I was traveling, or we were traveling from Accra, I mean, from Kumasi to Accra. We used a bus. It was very comfortable, but the road was very bad because a lot of roads here are still under construction. And so the traffic was just crazy. We traveled literally the whole day and we got to our Airbnb. But before we got here, hi saba nenkinga kakhulu at the initial place that we had booked. And fortunately for us, the Airbnb team was very responsive when we laid our complaint, and they gave us alternative places, and this is how we found this accommodation, and everything else was sorted out, the refunds and all of that. So basically we actually used this place for free because they gave us a voucher to pay for this place and refunded us the money for the other place where we had a challenge. They literally treated us like trash in that place, so we had to go. And yeah, catch you on the next day. So they say if you go to Ghana and you don't go to Independence Square, are you even in Ghana? Because I mean, you just have to go and experience this place.